Well, what a treat. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start on our backs. Bottom of your feet together. If you have a yoga block, great, use it. If not, don't worry about it. Probably just gonna need a mat and a towel and some water. Go ahead, lie down on your backs. Bottom of your feet together. I'm gonna use a block underneath my hips. Putting a little traction on my low back. Arms out to the side, palms to the sky. Let gravity do its work. Relax your hips. Relax your chest. Let your shoulder blades sink into the floor. Open up that chest. Three more breaths. Slowly bring your knees together. Pick your hips up. Grab that block out. Lower your hips one vertebrae at a time. Then knees to the chest, one leg at a time. And hold that block between your knees. Circle your knees to the right. Reverse, circle those knees to the left. Hold it center, arms out to the side, and slowly sway your knees side to side, keeping both shoulder blades down. Gradually increase your range of motion. Shoulders stay grounded. Hips lift one side at a time, one cheek at a time. See if you can go a little deeper. All the way as far as you can now, without letting your knees touch the ground. Last time, I'm going to take both of my knees to the left. Grab the block, put it under your head as a pillow. Again, you don't need a block. It's just a little bit more comfortable, and you can use a regular pillow as well. Top hand, stack it directly on top of your other hand, and then inhale, look at that hand, and hold it. Now, hip bones are pointing forward. Continue to push those hip bones forward as you bring your top shoulder blade back. So my right hip bone is shooting forward, my right shoulder blade is shooting back. And bring those hands together. Inhale, open. Keep those knees on the ground. Shoot those hip bones forward. My right hip bone's forward. My right shoulder blade is back. And together. And last time. Knees down, hip bones forward, shoulder blades back. And together. Roll over to the other side. I'm just going to switch. And again, you could roll over, you don't have to face me. That top hip bone, so now it's my left hip bone. I'm pushing it forward and taking my left hand back. Rotating that left hand back. My left shoulder blade is reaching for the floor as my left hip bone is shooting forward. And bring it back together. Again, see if you can go a little bit deeper this time. And together. Just one more time. Inhale and reach. That top hip bone is shooting forward. Shoulder blade going back. And together. Push yourselves up to your hands and knees. Hands directly underneath your shoulders, knees directly underneath your hips. Inhale, chin to chest, tuck that tailbone under. Separate your shoulder blades. And reverse. Open up the throat, point the top of the head and the tip of the tailbone up. Now careful that you're not sinking, don't collapse. Keep pushing the ground away. Keep that back active. And chin to chest, inhale. And exhale up. Open the throat. Top of the head, tip of the tailbone to the sky. And again, keep pushing that ground away. Push, push, push. Active back. Last time, inhale, separate the shoulder blades. Then exhale, look up. Neutral. Extend your right hand forward, thumb to the sky. Lift that hand parallel to the floor. Lengthen through the neck, keep your ears in line with your shoulders, hips. Slowly lower, nothing moves except for that arm. See if we can do the same thing with the left. As you shift your weight, slide that left hand forward, thumbs up. And again, lift the arm without moving the spine. Ears in line with the shoulders, in line with the hips, and gently lower. Left foot, slide it back. Now this one's deceiving. You don't have to lift that high. Squeeze the bottom until your thighs parallel to the floor. It's only a few inches. Should not feel this in your back. Push the ground away. Straight line from your ears to your shoulders, hips, knees, and ankle. Feel like somebody's taking your feet and pulling it backwards, lengthening those legs. And toes to the floor, slide it back in. Careful as you shift sides. Right foot slide back, same thing. Don't let that hip dip. Keep it parallel to the floor. Squeeze the glutes and lift. Now careful, watch that shift to the pelvis. Both hip bones are pointing down. Squeeze through the glutes, not the low back. It's not real high. Lengthen through the leg. Toes down, knees together, child's pose. Extend those arms forward, sit back. And pick your head up, prop your elbows down, circle, wrists one direction, circle the other direction. And return to your hands and knees. This time, right hand forward, thumb up, left foot back, toes pointed, lift your limbs parallel to the floor, lengthen and balance. Now careful, make sure those hips don't rotate. Biceps by the ears. Your eyes are looking way out here, not down here. They're looking way out there, looking forward. Lengthening tips of the fingers to the tips of the toes. And lower your limbs. Without moving that spine, switch sides. Transfer the weight gently. And lift. All positions. Watch the sag in your low back. Again, no tilting of the pelvis or the rib cage. Lengthen through the neck, ears in line with the shoulders, hips, knee and ankle. Careful as you lower. And child's pose. Walk your hands forward into puppy dog pose. Lengthen through the armpits. Open the chest, let your rib cage sink towards the floor. Sit your hips back down. Come on up to your elbows and hold it right here. Now, tuck your tailbone under. So think about bringing your hip bones towards your rib cage. Ready? Hip bones towards the rib cage. Now extend. Right leg out, toes under, left leg out, toes under, and hold. Now keep that connection from your hip bones to your rib cage. Push the ground away. Keep pushing the ground away with your elbows and forearms. Draw that belly button in and keep that connection of the hip bones to the rib cage. And knees down, child's pose. Now on your hands and knees, same thing. Tailbone up to the sky. Now, reverse. Bring the hip bones towards your rib cage and contract. Hold those abs. Hold, hold, hold. Right foot, extend the toes out. Tuck them under. Keep your shoulders stacked over your hands and the left. Push the ground away with the heels of the hands, ears in line with the shoulders. So you have a straight line from your ears to your shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles, all the while keeping that connection from your hip bones to the rib cage. And knees down, child's pose. On those elbows, so we're gonna try it again on the elbows. Bottoms up, now tuck it under, connect. Hip bones to the rib cage, find that connection. Extend right leg out, toes under, left leg out, and hold. Push the ground away with your forearms. Now careful, right foot's gonna cross under the left. Left arm up to the sky. So now I've got that connection really strong on my right side. Still feeling that connection. Opening up on top. Ready to reconnect the left? Elbows down, right foot goes back. And connect. Switch sides, left foot goes under, and then right hand comes up. Right here, lift, 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 connecting that left hip to the left side of your rib cage. Keep pushing away from the ground, lifting up as high as you can. And return, elbow, and left foot back. Now find that connection, stay right there. Knees down, child's pose. Same thing, straight arms. Shoulders directly over those hands. Remember, tailbone up is the opposite of what we want. Tuck it under hip bones to the rib cage. Make that connection. Tuck the toes under. Plank. Still stacked. Right foot goes under my left. Left hand up to the sky. Still stacking my shoulder over my hand and still connecting the right side, hip bone and rib cage. You can look at the floor, you can look at me, or you can look up at your hand. Push the ground away, lift those hips high, and return to your plank. Find that connection with both your hip bones. Get that left side connected before we move on. Left foot under, right arm up. Lift those hips, push the ground away. And plank, find the connection with both hip bones to the rib cage. Lengthen through the neck. This time, downward facing dog. Push. Ears between the biceps. Shine those taillights up. Up and down with your heels. Both heels downward. And shine those taillights up, opening up those hamstrings. Plank, rotate the inside of your elbows forward, lengthen through the neck. Keep pushing the ground away, point your toes, straighten the tops of your feet, upward facing dog. Now push the ground away, trying to get your thighs off the floor. Open up the throat, lengthen the neck. Still stacking shoulders over your hands. And knees down, push back child's pose. Take both hands to the left, stretching the right side. Center, and then switch sides. And bring your hands back to center. Stretch those arms, spread your fingers, ground your palms. Come on up to your hands and knees, tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. Right heel up to the sky, big calf stretch. So I'm looking for a straight line from my ears to my shoulders, to my hips, to my right knee, right ankle. Push, push, push through the heels of your hands, stretching that left calf. Right foot, toes are still pointing to the floor, heel to the sky. Open those hips to the right, spread your toes, lift that leg up as high as you can. Now push your hips forward, or push them towards the right. So in other words, I'm pushing my hips away from you. Push, 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 lift through the heel, right foot, point and lift higher. Right leg, bend the knee, as if you're gonna fall over. Stretch those obliques that we used to stabilize earlier in our side planks. And toes to the sky. Now see that space between your hands? Right foot forward lunge. And if you didn't get there in one swift motion, that's okay. Pick up your hands like I did, and then put it down. Sink in your hips. Relax through your groin. And if you need to put your knee down, that's okay too. Same hand in front as foot. So right foot, right hand, twist. Again, if you need to put the knee down, that is okay. And center. Now take that right foot, highlight, right hand, inside the right foot. Left foot, put the heel down. Left hand to the sky. Now I'm going to shoot my hips to you as I bring my shoulders back. Pushing my right shoulder into my right knee, opening up my right groin. This is okay. This is okay too. Continue to push that knee out. Continue to bring your left shoulder blade, not the hand, but the left shoulder blade back, okay? Take your left hand behind your back, and I'm gonna reach for the inside of my right thigh. Keep bringing those shoulders back and my hips towards you. Again, right elbow on the right thigh is fine. Untangle those arms, straighten both knees. If you need to put your hand on your shin, that's totally fine too. Now, the key to balance here is looking at your left hand. That is your key. Keep pressing your hips forward towards me. I'm pressing my left hip bone towards you. Looking at my left hand. Come on up to a standing position. Still looking at my left hand. Turn and look at your right hand. Bend your right knee. Now open that knee out. Get your baby toe down. Open that knee, sink deeper. Now with the right foot, push from the heel till you have a straight leg. Right hand, right thigh. But look at your left hand. Right hand slides all the way down the leg. Keep your eyes on that left hand until you can't go down anymore. Still looking at that left hand. Push those hip bones forward. Lengthen through the spine so my shoulder blades are back. So I have a straight line from my ears, shoulders, hips. I'm not hunched or curled or rounded forward. Ideally. Eyes on that left hand. And come on up. All the way up, hands, eyes on your left hand. Turn, look at the right. Bend that right, open that knee as far as you can. See if you can sink deeper this time. Keep that knee open, get that baby toe down. Really work on that baby toe right now. Get it grounded. Get it. And stand up. Right hand, right thigh. Look at your left hand. Slide back down. Triangle pose. Press that left hip bone forward. Shoulder blade back. Looking at the left hand, stand up. This is our last one. Turn your head, look at the right hand. Lunge, open that knee nice and wide. Baby toe down. Now left hand, left thigh. Reverse warrior. Open that knee, sink deeper. And both hands to the floor. One hand either side of that right foot. Low lunge, returning to that lunge, and shoot back, downward facing dog. Walk those heels right and left. Hold those heels downward, tail lights upward, ears between the biceps. Heels up in plank, rotating the inside of the elbows forward. Push the ground away, lengthen through the neck. Ears, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. Point the toes, upward facing dog. Continue to rotate the inside of those elbows forward. Push the ground away, lengthening through the neck. And stacking shoulders over hands. Knees down, child's pose. On your hands and knees, come up, tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. Push. Ears between the biceps, shine the tail lights up. Walk those heels out right and left. Both heels downward. Heels up and down. Up and down, just one more time. Up and down. This time, left leg comes up and And again, no rotation of the pelvis yet. Stretching that right calf. Push the ground away with those hands, stay active. Stretching that right calf as best you can. Now open those hips to the left. Flex the foot with the heel, spread the toes. Lift that heel up to the sky. Keep pushing the ground away with your hands. With your left foot, point the toes. See if you can lift a little higher and open those hips a little bit more. Open, open, open. As you bend the knee. Toes reaching around to the outside of your right elbow, or like you're gonna fall over backwards. Again, stretching those obliques, hip flexors, lower abs. And toes to the sky, lift. Now, see that space between your hands? 1, 2, 3, and swing. Again, if you didn't get there in one swift motion, it's okay. Go ahead and use your hands, put your back knee down, and adjust. Speaking of back knee down, feel free to put that knee down anytime. It can be down the whole time, or you can pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down, totally up to you. Sink deep into those hips. And left hand to the sky, rotate. Sink deeper, deeper, deeper with each exhalation. Now left hand to the inside of your left foot. I'm gonna have my back to you, so now you get a different viewpoint. Put that right heel down, right arm up. So I'm still with my hips, pushing my hips forward, taking my shoulders back. So I have a straight line from my ears to my shoulders to my hips, knees, and ankles. My hand is to the sky, not behind me. Keep pushing those hips forward. Drop deep, deep, deep. And again, this is okay. Just make sure that knee is pushing outward. Get that baby toe down. Open up that groin. And sink as deep as you can. Right hand behind your back. Go ahead and look back down at your toes. Right hand is reaching to the inside of your left thigh. I'm gonna go back down, but you can stay. Looking down at our toes. Sink deep, deep, deep into those hips. See if you can bring that right shoulder back a little bit more as you bring your right hip bone forward more. And straighten. Left knee, extend the right hand. Turn your gaze skyward, triangle pose. Now you have an option. Go ahead and put your hand on your leg, that is okay. The key here is to keep your eyes on your hand. Come all the way up to a standing position. Keep your eyes on your hand the whole entire way. Now turn your head and look at your left hand. Bend your left knee. Open that knee out. Sink deep. Keep that knee out. Out, 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 out. Stay deep, 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 deep. Baby toe down. Round it. And up. Left hand, left thigh. But look at your right hand. Slide down that leg. Press your right hip bone forward. Right shoulder, not hand, right shoulder back. Keep your eyes on your hand. Stand up, come up slowly, eyes on your hand, and switch your gaze to the front. And lunge, open that knee, and sink deeper. Up, left hand, left thigh, look at the right. Slide down, as low as you can go. Keep your eyes on that hand. Right hip bone forward, right shoulder blade back. It's our last one. Stand up, nice and slow. Turn your head, look at your left hand, and lunge. Knee is open, 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 open. Reverse warrior. And see if you can sink deeper. Hands to the floor, one hand either side of your foot, onto your toes, low lunge, push back, downward facing dog. Push, heels and hands to the floor, tailbone up to the sky, plank, rotating the inside of the elbows forward, push the ground away. Again, don't forget about that connection, hip bones to the rib cage. Point your toes, tops of your feet, upward facing dog. And knees down, push back, child's pose. Stretch those arms forward, spread your fingers, ground your palms. On your hands and knees, tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. Push. Walk those heels out. And right leg up. Go ahead and point the toes, open the hips. Bend the knee, reaching around, opening up those obliques. Almost like you're gonna fall over. Open, open, open. Toes to the sky, as high as you can. And then knee between your hands. And once again, if it didn't get there all by itself, use your hands to adjust, that's okay. Speaking of adjusting, I seem to be losing you. Okay, now I can see you. So, I got my right foot in front, put your left hip bone on top of that right heel. With your back leg, inch, back, back, back. Sink a little deeper. And press your rib cage up, straight arms. So you have an option. You can balance on your own, or you can put a yoga block beside you, behind your hip. Same hand as foot, left hand, left foot. And balance. Sweaty. Sweaty and slippery. And release that foot. Tuck the toes back under, downward facing dog. And switch sides, left leg up, point the toes, open those hips right away. Open, 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 squeeze tight, and bend. Reach around, open up those obliques. Toes in the sky. And left knee between your hands. Yep, if it didn't get there, pick it up and move it, that's okay. Now, get your right hip bone on top of your left heel. Make sure your bottom's off the floor, and then lean forward as far as you can. With your right foot, inch it back, a little bit deeper. On your hands, right hand, right foot, same hand as leg. So you have the option, you can use a block to slide under your hips, or not. Right hand, right foot. And release the foot. Tuck the toes under. Downward facing dog. And lift the heels up, rotating inside the elbows forward, plank. Point the toes through on the tops of the feet. Upward facing dog. Knees down, push back, child's pose. Come on up to your hands and knees, crisscross applesauce. Sit up nice and tall. Take your right leg and bring it over to you. Put your right cheek down and then just give it a hug. Hug, hug, hug. Pull it towards your right knee, towards your left shoulder as you try to ground your hip on the floor. Sitting up as tall as you can. Left elbow hook that right knee and rotate. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, rotate a little bit more. Slowly return to center. Left hand, right foot, and stack those knees. Get situated with the hips, and then lean forward. Up tall, same leg on top, right, flip it backwards, quadricep, and then lean backwards. So it's my right leg, so I want to get onto my right elbow first. If I can't do my right elbow, then I need to stay here, okay? That right knee has to stay grounded. And you got to keep your weight on the left, on the right. If you can take it all the way down, go ahead and do so. So my right knee is grounded, opening up the right quadricep, hip flexor. Slowly come up. And other side. Start off in crisscross applesauce. Using my left leg, I'm going to bring it across the right. Get that cheek down, pull it, sit up tall. So I'm just pulling my left knee towards my right shoulder, stretching my left glute. Now right elbow hook and rotate. Sitting up as tall as you can, lengthen through the spine. Each time you exhale, rotate a little bit more. And center. Opposite hand is flip. Stack those knees, adjust those hips, adjust the cheeks, and then lean forward. Sit up tall, top leg, left leg, flip it backwards for quadricep. Again, knee stays grounded, lean back. Now, if you can get the left elbow down, go ahead and put both elbows down, okay? If you can't get that left elbow down, you need to come back up to two hands. And then, if you're ready to go down all the way, feel free to lie back. The only thing we're looking at is making sure that knee stays grounded. Lengthening from the knee to the hip bone. So I'm gonna leave you on your back in corpse. Very important, don't go away. Your arms are up to the side, palms up, heels to the corners of your mat, legs rotated outward. So with all the twisting and pulling we've done, your muscles are a little tight, a little loose, but if we just lie down flat on our backs, gravity is going to pull and put what's supposed to be on the right, what's supposed to be on the left, and evenly distribute the tension and the flexion, extension, right? Stay there, give yourself at least 3 minutes. Thank you so much for coming to this very special yoga tonight, and I will see you tomorrow.